Hey guys, welcome back to drumlessonland.com. I'm Mark, and today I'm going to be explaining how to play a pretty complex groove played by Mark Guiliana of the band Heernt, and the song is called Locked in a Basement. Now this groove is pretty complex because while it sounds like it's played in 4/4 in phrases of 4 bars, that's not exactly true. It is in 4/4, but the phrasing is not quite in 4-bar patterns. So what the drums and the bass are doing is actually a 6-bar pattern, but the keyboardist is playing a chord every 4 bars. So it gives your ear the strong illusion that there is a 4-bar phrase happening. So while the bass player and the drummer are playing this 6-bar loop, the keyboard player is playing in phrases of 4 bars. And so it takes a while for the whole thing to sort of line up again. But I mean, the form of the song is pretty simple. It's just the bass player and the drum part, most notably the bass drum part. And then if you want to group the hi-hats and snare drum with the keyboard player playing a simple 4/4 thing. So count out loud with me, and I'm going to show you the bass drum and bass unison part. It's a 6-bar pattern. I'm going to do it slowly. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So you'll notice that the beginning of the phrase starts with 2 16th notes. 1 E and a. And the end of the 6-bar phrase ends with a pickup onto the downbeat. A 1 E and a 2 E and a 1. So when this groove is looped, that pickup leads into the first 2 16th notes of the pattern, and it creates a 3-beat 16th note bass drum run, which is a 1 E, a 1 E and a. So now I'm going to loop it twice. See if you can count and follow along. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Of course, I played over the bar line just a little bit, but that's okay. So as a quick side note, if you want to have the full sheet music to this groove, it's available at drumlessonland.com. There's going to be a link to the article in the description of this video. And so in the hands, he's playing a really simple pattern. If this beat is being counted 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, he's playing all the ands in his right hand in the hi-hat, and 2 and 4 on the snare drum. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So when you put all that together, it sounds like there's a groove in 4/4 being played with sort of random punches being played by the bass player and the bass drum, and you're not quite sure what's happening. But as we know, it's actually just a 6-bar pattern, looping over and over again, while these chords are being played in 4/4 by the keyboard player. So played all together, it sounds like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and Of course, on the record, it's played a bit faster, so played up to speed, it sounds like this. 3, 4. Now lastly, I'm going to talk about the bass drum technique that I use to play those 3-note, 16th note groupings. Now, I don't have the fastest foot in the world by any means. My foot is pretty slow, actually. I've been playing for 16 years now, and still haven't been able to really get it to anywhere quite as impressive as where Mark Guiliana has it. But there are ways to work around this, and I talk about this in the bass drum technique video. But essentially what I'm doing for these 3-note bursts, I'm doing heel, toe, heel. So I drop my heel, and as I lift my leg back up, I extend my toe, and I drop my heel again. So the movement that your leg is doing is basically half as fast as the 16th notes. I'm basically playing 8th notes. So without the toe stroke, it would sound just like just my leg lifting and dropping twice. But with that toe stroke in the middle, I can double my chops. I can get twice as much speed for the same amount of motion. So this becomes this. I'd also like to send a special thanks to my friends at Crooks & Castles for supplying me with some nice clothing for this video. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.